NJCAA Lacrosse. 5th-ranked Howard hosting 4th-ranked Onondaga. The first game of 2019 for Howard and first-year head coach Joe Valentino is a tough assignment against a perennial national contender. Dragons returned 4 players from last year's 8-5 team. Onondaga enters the game with an 0-1 record. 5 different lasers scored in a 19-14 loss to Hartford on Friday. First half 2-0 Onondaga. Samantha Dixon wins the draw and sparks transition for OCC. Lasers get themselves a doorstep goal and extend their lead to 3. 5-0 lead now for Onondaga. Kristen Ogle makes a play on defense. 3 calls turnovers for the Dragon sophomore. Ogle comes through on the offensive end as well. Ogle dodges, improves her angle, and puts Howard on the board. Free position for Marielle Enriquez. Scores. Dragons respond with 2 unanswered. However, 14 first-half turnovers and Lasers goalie Caitlin Lawrence's ability to disrupt the Dragons' offense would tilt the game's balance in favor of Onondaga. Samantha Dixon marches down the field, through the Howard defense for a high-percentage shot. 2 unanswered for Onondaga. Lasers continue to push the pace. Howard's in trouble. 6-0 run for Onondaga. Now down by 12 goals, the Dragons searching for something positive to build on. Brianna Buxell blocks the bouncer and controls the rebound. The Lasers' speed and skill on full display. Buxell makes another stop, caps off a strong series for the Howard defense. But Onondaga proving to be too much for Howard today. Marissa Curtis makes it a 15-goal OCC lead. Lasers finish strong. 23-2 Onondaga is your final.
All right, I'm here with head coach Joe Valentino of the Howard Dragons women's lacrosse team, immediately following their game against Onondaga. Coach, this is the first game of the season. You obviously have a very new team out there, got a lot of stuff that you have to work on, but a lot of promise out there on the field. How are you feeling after this game?
Well, I'm very pleased with our effort, very pleased with the way we supported each other.
What sort of opportunities do you see that you guys need to sort of focus on making? You had a lot of offensive opportunities and a lot of free position opportunities that we maybe didn't capitalize on. What are your thoughts on how we can sort of move forward from there to get some more shots in the back of the net?
I think offensively it'll help when we get healthy, and it'll help when we have a lot more repetitions. The offense has a lot of moving components, and because of the injuries we haven't had much time to be able to spend the time that we need to on offense.
So you're new to the Howard Community College setting. How is this Howard Dragons setting in the Howard's lacrosse team sort of different than your previous jobs that you've worked at? And what do these Howard girls have that you're excited to see for the rest of the upcoming season?
Well, with the women, I'm very excited with their effort, the way they support each other. They're a very coachable bunch. With the facilities, the athletic department, where I've been before was high school. I'm very pleased with everything here. We've got great field, we've got great facilities, we have great athletic department, so they put everything in place for us to be successful. Now it's up to us to turn that into some good quality lacrosse on the field.
Of course. So, finally, what sort of things did you see on the field that sort of excited you, that there's some looking up for the rest of the season, there's some hope for the rest of the season?
Excited me was our effort on ground balls. I think our very young defense played with a lot of heart. I saw some good effort on ground balls from ladies that aren't necessarily women you'd expect to be winning a lot of ground balls. They showed a lot of effort and a lot of hustle. So we definitely have the materials here to be successful. Now we just need to put it together.
All right, I'm here with Kristen Ogle immediately following their game against Onondaga. So, Kristen, what are your thoughts after this game? You guys came in, Onondaga was 4, you guys were ranked 5. Obviously not the outcome you were going for, but what sort of things can you guys work on, and what did you learn from the game today that you think you can use going forward?
Right, they definitely beat us scoring-wise, but I think we put a lot of effort in, and I was really proud of my team for doing that. Like, when you're down 20 goals, it's really hard to stay in the game like that, and everyone gave it their all, so I'm just so proud of everyone. And it just shows that we have the heart to play, but we still have to work on the fundamentals, and that's something that our coaches are going to work with us on, and I'm sure that we can pull up this season and get better results coming soon.
So you're obviously one of the few sophomores on this team. This is a very young team. So as you guys move forward, I mean, a lot of people on this team is just learning the game of lacrosse. So what kind of fundamentals do you think are most important for you guys to work on moving forward?
Right, so when we started the season, people had never had a stick in their hand before, so it's been really interesting, but I've had a blast teaching them, and so have the other returners and the other people that have played before. And it's just a great learning experience and shows that we have really good athletes on the team, and it's easy for them to pick up a sport. And the fundamentals that are most important are just passing and catching. We have to work on turnovers and just being more physical in defense, knowing the difference between when it's a foul or when you're just playing good defense in lacrosse.
So today it sort of seemed like you've sort of emerged as a leader of this team, as one of the few sophomores. You had one of 2 goals today. What kind of leadership qualities do you think that you're going to start to demonstrate throughout the rest of the season? And how do you think that your knowledge of lacrosse and you playing last year is going to help you teach and help the rest of these girls on the team know what it is to be an HCC lacrosse player?
I just hope that I'm setting a good example for everyone and showing them just to have a great time playing lacrosse. And I know that HCC has been a great opportunity for me to really thrive in my sports, and I just want to give them the same opportunity and leading them to that. And I think that I just want to be a good leader and help them thrive as well.
I'm here with sophomore midfielder Sandra Naylor after the Howard game against Onondaga today. So Sandra, obviously this was a really big game for you guys. It was your first game. You guys didn't get the results that you wanted, but I think definitely it was a learning opportunity for you guys. And you've sort of emerged as one of the leaders today. You're obviously one of the few sophomores on the team. So moving forward, what kind of things do you think your team needs to work on, and what kind of stuff do you feel like you learned from this game today?
So especially we need to work on getting that control on offense. You know, we have a very young team, so I'm very proud of them. You know, some of them haven't picked up a stick before February, so I'm hella proud of them, and I think we really just need to work on getting control and just tightening up some loose ends. I mean, we were competing with them.
Obviously, you guys had lots of offensive opportunities, and we weren't really able to finish on all of those. What kind of things going forward do you think will help you be able to take control of those opportunities, especially your free position opportunities? We didn't necessarily capitalize on all of those today. So going forward, we got to work on, of course, making sure we can capitalize on the simple opportunities. So what do you think you guys can do from that perspective?
I think honestly it's just experience. So the more that we're getting through this season, we'll be able to, you know, figure out what exactly we're going to be able to do, a game plan, I'd say, for each one. But honestly, just the experience. We're a young team. You know, I haven't played in a couple years, and I'm one of the leaders. So just experience and really focusing in on what personally we can do, because as a team, I think we did really well. Everybody just needs to focus on certain things. I know I missed a free shot, so I need to work on that, but I think experience and just getting through this season is going to be our best bet at this point.
So how excited are you for the rest of the season? Obviously, this is not the best way to start it off, but I feel like it gave you guys some hope despite the loss there. A lot of new people and just starting to work with each other. So what are you excited for the rest of the season?
I'm excited to be on the field. You know, I tore my ACL last season, so I'm just happy to be back on the field. It's a blessing. And, you know, my goal is for everybody to learn and just have fun this season. Obviously, we're not going to be the leading team, but, you know what, I just want to play, and I just want to have fun and just grow as much as we can. So that's my goal.